town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.
And welcome back, everyone. Insane Games TV, the 2v2 gunfight tournament. Thank you for everyone being patient. We have been, for a better experience, we were trying to reset everything to get this final round going. We had some land difficulties earlier in the tournament, so we're just trying to resolve a lot of those. But we welcome you back to the tournament and the live stream. Excuse me for a second, just trying to get the...
Just push it over to the right side of the screen.
Just trying to fit it in.
Oh, Lord. And here we go with CGI
Well, we don't even
versus
have to ask Dave's
Spork Squad.
prediction. So, Dan, who do you have?
Who do I have to win it?
This one
This one that we're on.
We're on Spork Squad
versus CGI.
Well, to keep it interesting, I'm going to go with Spork Squad. Just because I know Dave likes CGI so much.
I think CGI is going to take it.
So I did a little bit of
Apparently, I got to keep these away from somebody.
did a little number check
No,
in regards
I
to.
What? One of the gentlemen has a peanut allergy, and he can't. I was over here like just by myself, and he goes, "You may want to keep those away from me. I'm allergic to peanuts." I'm like, "Well, I'm over
then
here by myself."
Don't go near him with the peanut butter, you jerk.
I was
Jeez.
just like,
It's a very simple ask.
none of you two are allergic to peanuts, right?
Highly allergic.
No. Alright, so what we got here? We got CGI and we got Spork Squad. What do we got here, Dave? What do you think
So,
for this matchup? As I
it'll
chew
be-
on my Reese's Pieces.
It'll be
stuff.
interesting to see Spork Squad playing. The last time they got in, they took the Lord's children to church and showed them the light per se, which I look forward
The
to.
Lord's children.
I look forward to seeing how this turns out. It's two very dynamic squads who play very differently. In how's it going? We got the go-ahead. Would you like to man the cam?
I'm good.
You're good? All
I was
right.
starting it so we could get rolling. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's okay to interrupt me. Doesn't really...
So we are now changing maps. We're now on Stack for this third round of the loser bracket. So again, now the losers of these matchups are done. Adios, sayonara. See you next time. That's what happens after these matchups when they're over.
All right. So, Dave, what's your strategy on this map?
So my very loose ideal for a strategy is to do exactly that. If you've got even a mid-ranged gun, your opponent is indefinitely, more times than not, watching this game and playing this game. People go straight up the center, and you can just right in the goop.
That's true.
CGI taking the first win. So these two rounds will be contested in Stack. Then the next loser bracket will be contested in Speedball, a personal favorite map of mine. And then the finals of the losers bracket will be
I think they get
the
to choose
Gulag.
for the grand finale.
It'll be interesting to see how this stacks out. We got 1v1. You got your mid-ranged assault rifles, and getting it.
Evasion Bully. What kind of tournament is this? I don't know if you already answered that. It's a 2v2 gunfight
Oh, I already
tournament.
answered that
Oh,
one.
good. So never mind then.
I joined late.
Well, you know, we are live on Mixer, Twitch, Facebook, and
That is true.
Yo, can you do me a favor?
And they go up
You
quick
throw
with a
it.
3-0.
In the garbage can. I'll
you,
tell you
why
why
don't
later.
why don't you do that? Just because he's going to be interacting with the people.
Oh, don't wash his hands.
Spreading the contaminants, Dan. You are definitively not allowed around my my sick room in the future. Please do. Spork Squad. Jeez, Dan. You're that patient zero guy that's walking around going, "Hey guys, I heard about that corona." God.
CGI got off to a hot start, but then they lost. But can they bring it back in?
I have a feeling Spork Squad's not going to take this laying down. That's the thing. They
Lifeless Flaws. We don't know who's won yet. Right now we're in the round 3 of the losers bracket. It's CGI versus Sport Squad.
Spork Squad.
Spork Squad.
Yes, the utensil. It's not a spoon. It's not a fork, and
spork.
it's not available in your kitchen cabinet.
How are you gonna laugh?
Because if you eat with sporks at home, you're a savage.
That's dishes.
Eating soup with a spork.
Chicken noodle soup would be so much better with a sport. Think about it.
You can tell that Logan's angling to get a program on Insane Games TV, and rightfully so. I'd watch. All right, keeping the action moving. CGI up 4-2, but we have seen people come back from further. They're down 1, 2v1 on CGI's part, and CGI managed to come around.
Match point. Let's see what they can do with it.
So that feel, I know I was pestering Team Ahaha and other teams about this, but that feel of being behind games, but knowing that you've still got the shot. You know, do you let it go, or do you like? Yeah, passionate. Going home after all this time. It's good to see. Spork Squad, once again, proving that times are going to be tough for CGI to advance to the next loser bracket.
Sports Squad is not happy with their play right now. You can see them getting aggravated.
So the winner of this round is going to face CK. They're going to have a tough opponent in CK. And the winner of Team Ahaha versus Get Horked is going to have to face off against Gunga, which is good luck.
You guys can't see this, but have you seen the logos on the TV screens for the teams? They're actually pretty good.
They're pretty cool.
Well, if we can't see it, but the folks
Thanks.
watching at home can.
Thanks to Tom.
It is very, very true.
And
And
CGI takes
that-
it, and they are moving on.
They are
play
moving on.
CK.
CGI
I think
versus
CGI just got
CK.
that first round. It wasn't good.
I think CGI, good sportsmanship shown by both teams in regards to that. I'm hoping that we can, in the future, continue on doing these tournaments and having the folks that do come in and do prove to be productive members of the community. You know, everybody wants to win, but you got to earn the W. You can't just complain for the W.
True. Very, 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 very true.
Lifeless Flaws, CGI. You are right.
So what we got up next? We got Team Ahaha and Get Horked. These Get Horked and these Spork Forks, and I'm getting tired of these names. They all rhyme.
You got to practice your alliteration.
Get Hork and
We had to
Spork
look
Squad.
up. We had to look up what get horked means. And
Horked
get
is it's to eat something like voracious.
No, horked is like technical difficulty. If you like, for like computer geeks, it means technical difficulty. Hork means eat fast, yes. But horked for computer geeks is technical difficulty, pretty much.
You give him a dictionary, but not me.
I didn't
I
look
see
it
how
up.
it
He
is
looked
there.
it up.
El
Yeah, I looked it up.
Chifu.
Me and Jackson were very curious, and I looked it up on Urban Dictionary.
Oh, the most efficient.
Well, when someone's giving these stupid names out, you have to.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I did use Urban Dictionary for a paper, at a collegiate level course, and
That's some funny stuff.
the professor let me get away with it because it was a mention of something along the idea of horked. It was just a colloquialism or a common use term. Teams are getting set. Team Ahaha getting close.
And we're good. Roll it. Roll the tape.
On stack, keeping it living, keeping it moving. We're gonna see who moves on to face Gunga. We are down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams.
Narrowing down. We're gonna get one step closer to crowning a champion.
All right, so stacked. The map has the raised area in the center, and I can't help but notice that that is just basically the killing field, where you would think that the 2 trenches on the side are where people would go to get melted. But no one seems to be able to definitively take the high ground and then use it against their opponents. It's just a lot of this jousting for position. See that? Ahaha taking the top and giving the W as a pat on the back.
I mean, I don't get why you'd stay behind the crate when it's 2-1, because they can just take you on both sides and kill you easily. But I mean,
If the weapon sets don't allow you, though, sometimes you gotta play it a little bit on the to get flashbanged. But no one took advantage of that. They did the.
and they fire right back.
Get horked in on the red, and Team Ahaha on the blue. All right, we're seeing some motion. Team Ahaha has the high ground. And look at that. Ooh, leaving the high ground and taking what comes with it.
1-1.
Oh. Unable to take advantage of the very sneaky motions there.
Which one did you take? The purple one?
Snipers, always interesting on this map. Seeing
Oh, you
how
had a great
brave
opportunity for a headshot there.
seeing how brave people get with how much of your body are you going to show off on the map. Where are you going to find for cover? Already the sniping game has taken a back seat.
Yep.
You see here, they fought for pole position, and they do not have
Oh, tried to quick scope him.
Get Horked pulling up 3-2-1.
Get Hork getting cocky over there. Let's see if Team Ahaha wants to fire back and
Start taking some ground.
put it into the game and not run their mouths.
Team Ahaha, the last bastion of Insane Games TV broadcasters left in the tournament.
Bastion?
The last bastion of people representing our ilk.
And they took them 3-2 now.
We're getting closer. We're looking at what are we seeing and who's fighting. What? Oh yeah. Well, Mall's an interesting place. fighting for position. Ooh.
I already gave the commentary on that. So no excuse on that.
Team Ahaha pulling back in, and now we're fighting for that 1-up, 2-up, or possibly even 3-up.
Was that on pie? I hate that.
Ooh. Ahaha playing down a man.
Can they catch it?
Playing down a man is tough, and Horked taking it to the tables. Wondering what we're going to see in the next losers bracket, how these teams that have not been in the losers bracket
Handle the losers.
handle the losers bracket, because these are now the people that were hungry and had to take a bit of a knee. Ahaha taking a quick lead.
They really got to take advantage of this. And they do. Tie it back up.
Tie it up.
And we're seeing the 4-4 on these maps. I'm noticing that we haven't been seeing a lot of one-upsmanship. We've been seeing a lot of back and forth, and then one team definitively pulls away. And so here will be the difference maker. Oh, pistols and shotguns for a map that's nothing but open air. Do you dare to try to get into close range? Neither of the teams are being too ambitious with their motions. Horked is trying to capture some ground. Ahaha being a little bit apprehensive about taking up these steps. Oh. They got aggressive, and unfortunately they paid the price. It'll be very interesting to see how this continues on and goes. Ooh.
Match point. Ahaha's got to get a win here. They want to keep it in. But Get Hort can lock it down with a victory here and move on in the loser
So let's see.
First blood.
Horked gets Ahaha.
Off to a great start.
Getting aggressive, and came around and Get Horked.
That's the last of Insane Games. Had a good run.
It's a wrap.
Get Horked, showing they've got the goods to go against Gunga.
I think they're very upset that they're in the loser bracket. Get Hort. They had remember they were the opening match. They went 6-0 against CGI.
Yes.
And very interesting if you didn't notice this. But we could potentially have another Get Hort CGI showdown as we move forward. Possibility.
Hold on. We're figuring out what we're moving on to.
GK on the left, CGI on the right.
Yes.
Speedball.
The Map of Kings. Speedball.
Hate this map.
You really do? I love this map. I love
I hate it.
everything about it. I love the speed of it. I like the fact that
No,
there
I
is.
like the speed of it, but I don't like how when it gets to like 1v1, everybody hides behind the walls. That annoys the crap out of me. And it has the most walls to hide behind out of any map.
to pull another quote out. It's a legitimate strategy.
All right, Dan, calm down.
It's not a legitimate strategy to hide.
Oh man, Dan, you. I appreciate you.
Boys, good luck. Good job.
Awesome. See you Wednesday.
Be back. No look hot.
Hell yeah.
All right, fellas.
All right.
Don't
Thank
bring
you.
the L to that, though, please.
Ah. It'll be interesting to see how a lot of these brackets continue. Have Gunga and Get Horked faced each other before? I do not think so. They have not. So this will be their first time matching up.
David, CK versus CGI.
Oh yeah, no. No worries. Tom keeping me honest, making sure I'm not looking too far ahead, but I am interested for the alliteration bowl that is Get Horked and Gunga. But right now we have CGI versus CK. CK with the quiet focus leaning into the screens, and CGI with the boisterous energy. Let's see
who
how this
comes out on
advances.
top.
All right, what are you thinking? Are we going to see a lot of mid-range weapons? Are we going to see a lot of long-range weapons in the weapon sets? I know there's not really a way to pick, but
I think we're gonna see a good moderation of both. To be honest, I think the shotgun's gonna end up being the 725, which is a pretty good long-range shotgun. So,
all right, 1v1, down on it, sliding around, using the cover, keeping awareness of where your opponent is. Oh. And
that is
CK.
right.
CK on the left, on the blue.
Yep, CK's the left.
Ugh.
CGI fires back quick.
And just like that, CGI not letting the coffee cool off. I wonder though, are we going to see, is this going to be the tone of the match, back and forth? We're getting to pistols in hands, Molotovs, and a smoke grenade. It'll be really
Molotovs
interesting.
can be dangerous. It can be used in a very vital way.
Ooh, speaking of which, Molotov's making the difference, hurting them around, keeping the map moving. Where are we going to?
I think a good way that a Molotov could be used is that it's never really used. Save it for the overtime flag and throw it right on it, so
That's
somebody
true.
can't get it.
If I can't have it, you can't either.
Exactly.
I wish we could see. I wish we could see a little bit more of the just aggressive play styles. I understand that
I mean, I
the
get
team's
it's late
got
in the round, but like me, I don't care if I'm down 5-0 or I'm up 5-4 or it's 5-5. I'm playing aggressive no matter what. I can't do the passive and everyone yells at me.
You're somebody to leave your teammates standing on the point, going, "Come on, man!"
Well, I mean, you want to stand there in our spawn point, you go for it.
It seems like CK is taking measure of CGI's aggression,
I think,
and they're using it against them.
I think CGI is trying to dial back on the aggression, and it's going against them.
You do?
Yeah,
It's-
they're not. I don't think they're pushing as hard as they usually do. I think they need to push as hard as they usually do. See, this one they're pushing a little harder, but he was looking inside the crate instead of outside.
Yeah.
They're not
A
playing.
coin toss of where to look.
They're
and
not playing smart aggressive. They're playing,
reactionary, seemingly.
yeah, just
All right.
running forward and looking where they think they're going to be, instead of looking at the wide range. Because it's going to be harder for someone to kill you if they're inside the crate than outside the crate.
That's true. It's very true. All right, 5-1. Can CGI come back from this? CGI drawn first blood. And
They answer back with one. Without CK, I
Vladdy-
wouldn't be sweating yet.
Vladdy93 throwing in a some Angel's Wings in chat, seeing if there's a prayer for CGI. Oh, sliding into combat can be good, but you can pay for it, especially
This
with
one's iffy.
shotguns. Let's see. We're giving it some range.
Oh.
We're giving it some air to breathe.
Oh, they're fighting back. They're defying the odds right now. Technically, they are the underdogs.
Just remember, folks, they've got to win 3 more in a row if they're going to continue their run and move on to the losers bracket round 5.
Oh, look at that kill.
1 down.
I mean,
Long range weapons showing themselves.
jeez. They're making a comeback. What's that, 5-4?
That is. We're looking at. Ooh.
I mean, CGI is technically the underdogs. CK's been running with the big boys all game.
Let's see where this story weaves us. We had a successful flashbang attempt, but no take on it.
Close but no cigar.
Little bit of damage on CGI. Oh, are they about to get? Ooh. Coming in behind. Remember, it's win and stay, lose and go home. CGI's got no room for error and no room for mistakes. CK's got still a bit of an upwind. Oh, this is gonna be bold.
And it works out.
Nothing like seeing
That
some
is a
good
5-1
CGI.
comeback. That is a 5-1 comeback.
So here
4
it is.
straight rounds.
Here it is, the definitive stopper. Are we gonna see CGI advance? Are we gonna see CK advance? This is the win that does it.
Would you play this one safe if you were CGI, or would you bring it right to him?
Your play style, especially with the scoped weapons,
Ooh,
has
they're up.
has
I
been
think I
doing
think I'd double team him right now and just head for it.
with the automatics. That's a risky move.
I'd go for it. And CGI with the win.
CGI celebrating their wins.
You guys are like, you gotta get out of here.
They're showing good sportsmanship on that regard. CK hope that they come to the next tournament. All right, so we're moving on to Gulag, correct, Tom?
Yep.
We're moving. Not yet.
Oh, did you say Goonga or?
Gulag
No, we're still
on
on speed.
Speedball.
6'5".
I told you that.
Guys,
Listen to that guy.
we just had
You came back from a 5-1
we
deficit.
just did the biggest comeback since the Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Golden State Warriors down 3-1. Did we really do that? Did we really do it?
So we're staying on Speedball with Goonga versus Get Horked.
Yeah, we're coming to a close.
So this is
We have
five
83% of the matches done.
5 teams remaining.
Which one are we on right now?
So Goonga has had an interesting journey here. Fighting their way through a lot of these things, losing.
I don't think they've really played a real good team until they played B&H. And then they did go step for step with B&H. So, I mean,
Who is that?
So I'm looking
Goonga.
for. I like to see Get Horked win because I want to see a showdown, a rematch from the first matchup of the event. CGI and Get Horked. Can they possibly walk out of here not 0-6 in a rematch?
That'll be very interesting to see if that is how it
well,
plays
I
out.
mean, technically,
the Gulag.
I mean, they do, CGI does play PS4, so it did take them a game to get used to the Xbox. So, I mean, really, I think it would be a better game this time around, and the map might not have helped either.
True.
Everybody has a bad map.
That is true.
You have a bad map, or you get paid a lot of money to play Call of Duty, in which case you get good.
Even on the bad maps.
Speedball, and here we go.
Get good, kid.
So we have got 2 more rounds with the losers bracket till we figure out who's going to the grand finals.
We're getting
We've
there,
got
Dave.
Gunga and Get Horked. They're going to face off against CGI. The winner of that will face off against the winner or the loser of Revengeance B&H. And whoever wins that one will fight the winner's bracket winner. This will be so exciting.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Good. To borrow from PUBG. Snipers are coming out. No one's necessarily showing up to get a haircut, though. Oh, and they found somebody. And Get Horked getting the W.
I think it's interesting to watch the way people sit with the TVs, how close or far away they sit.
It's true.
Playstyles are very different
'Cause
per
everybody-
person. Some people prefer to stand even. We haven't had any of those at the tournament yet.
I think it's because the TVs aren't high enough to stand. A lot of people wall mount their TVs so they can stand when they play. Like Dan likes to do.
Gunga not letting Get Horked run away with a lead. Tying it right back up.
That was a good kill. Good heads up play.
Oh, that was a good definitive point of just getting right in your opponent's face and pumping them full. One down, 1-1 here. We've got Gunga with quite a bit of damage on him though, so they need the element, not to say surprise, but they need to get this definitive win.
There we go.
Get Horked taking it. It's one of the moments where if you're gonna be playing in a firefight, you gotta be willing to take some damage. So the AK, are we fans of that gun in this game? Is that
I don't
used it
particularly
yet,
use
but
it.
I think it jumps around too much for me.
It has some pretty good recoil on it.
That's how,
Switching
but
around
that,
to either
but
side.
that's realistic. So I mean,
Review sheets, fellas.
ooh,
oh,
Gunga not allowing for this is going to tell quite the story of how we shape up the finals. To see which one of these.
a tie game.
Oh, my apologies on that call.
And Gunga getting a second win there.
My bad. My bad.
Get Horked is at
can
3 and Gunga is at 2.
About what?
I misspoke there, and I thought that they had tied it up. Gunga. You can tell who I'm leaning for. The mall may have dimmed its lights,
I thought they'd come on.
or they could have come on, which would be hilarious. The sun is now officially set. The tournament has been going. For all you crybabies
This
out there
ball
on
got
Facebook,
colder.
it has been a 4-hour tournament now. So we got to play a game.
Some secondary weapons being used.
Keeping him pinned. This exchange
See,
back
at
and
the-
forth.
at the
Good
next-
God.
Pistol.
At the next tournament, I'd like to see a team come in that strictly just pushes the pace all game, no matter what the score is, and pushes these teams that like to sit back or play it safely, push them to actually
React.
react and not have to sit there and play the time game.
Ooh, the Uzi is a fire. That would be a terribly interesting thing. The Uzi on the play here, not necessarily getting the the range that you need.
That's a good kill.
Get Horked.
A showdown is coming. Could be
4-4?
CGI get horked.
3-4.
Oh, okay.
Did it again. Falsifying my own,
I
own
did that. I
information.
did that with one by accident. But good thing that I ended up getting the next round. I just predicted it.
And look at that. See that?
Just gotta put the fine down.
You just got to keep willing the teams to a W.
Did the name change on here?
What do you mean?
It's get horked and now it's get porked.
Nah, it's just a typo.
Is that a?
Tom?
God dang it,
Is
Tom.
it get horked or get
Get
porked?
horked or get porked?
I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I need some clarity.
I think it's get horked.
Is it horked?
Horked, yeah, because horked is a computer geek's term for technical failure.
Ooh.
It's alright.
Check, boy, make sure.
No,
Match
it's get
point.
horked.
Match point for Horked. See if they can win or if Gunga can.
Gunga's got to really step it up here and try to get a victory this round to tie it up.
That'd be funny if two big boys came in
Secondary.
and they made their name get porked. That'd be funny.
Ooh, that looked like he had it right on the spot, too. He knows he's there. And they do.
And-
It's over. And get horked. We're gonna
Think
go with
that's
for
it.
now. Now again, this may be, Dave, the match of the night. I think this rematch right here, very interesting possible rematch with Get Horked and CGI. A rematch of the first match of the tournament. It was a 6-0 blowout. Very intriguing.
So the way I like about this is though that CGI played the round previous and Get Horked was just on.
Get
It is
Horked.
so good. I've been
Get Horked.
commentating it the whole time. Right, good.
I didn't hear it.
Credit where credit is due.
Ah, and here we go.
The
The
rematch.
rematch from the first game that went off at 1:30 earlier today. It's funny how things, CGI, this could be a double burn, guys. The first to get sent into the elimination or get sent into the loser bracket
Where is
from
it?
this team, and then to go down the path they've gone down to lose them a second time. Oh!
We got it.
Gulag Showers.
I hate this map even more.
I love this map because there's high ground, even though no one ever thinks about that.
Have you thought about that?
Annoying.
This is a map that the Dream Team is classically torn.
We don't want to hear about it anymore.
No,
Oh,
no,
what, the
wait,
Dream
the
Team that
the
went
Dream.
0-6 in the first game and then
No, that
lost
was
the
team-
second?
I'll
was
let Logan
team-
do all the speaking for me.
That was
He's-
team insane games.
Very well lost to the winners of this game.
2 games in a row? 2 games in a row?
And we performed admirably.
And I don't think they won a game in the last tournament either. I don't think they've ever won one.
Now, they won that. They won that one round.
But can we?
You know what? I may have to get Dave as my partner in the next one and beat you guys.
Oh man!
Can we
Him is
take,
26 rank.
can we take a minute to sit back and look at the road that CGI has been on? They started in their first match. They lost to Get Horked. Get Horked sent them into the losers bracket. CGI has now climbed all the way to the end of the loser bracket. Could you imagine losing to Get Horked again after all that work you've done?
Starting it up, Gulag Showers.
Definitely a story to.
But then again, imagine if they won. They beat the team that put them in the loser
defy
bracket.
the odds.
It's a Cinderella
See, I
story,
don't-
no matter how you cut
I don't
it.
know who you would consider the underdog here. Because they've both been playing well. And they both had to beat really good teams to get in.
And where do these matches come to? The showers.
Alright, that sounded a little gay, not gonna lie.
Bro,
That sounded a little
bro,
gay,
bro,
not gonna
bro,
lie.
bro. Let's
just
All right,
saying.
so CGI losing a an ally right there, and Get Horked.
This is
definitively
why I
holding
freaking
on.
hate this map.
Uh-oh. Interesting behavior out of everyone.
They're being too cautious. There's some nerves.
No, this is the showers. You gotta.
Gotta
You
sit
gotta-
back and be a little girl.
God. Low on health CGI taking the smart route, laying it safe, but not low enough. So the winner of this game goes on to the losers bracket final, where they will face the loser of the Revengeance B&H match. And whoever wins that one will go. Ooh.
Everything looking good again.
I mean,
Get Horked is
CGI has defied the odds multiple times.
They could get a double stomping.
They might, but this could be the game where they turn it around. CGI taking the lead.
Now that you got 2v1, you just send it. There you go.
Evening it out.
1v1 right now.
Comes down to the better player now.
Better player, better pole position, using this strategy. CGI pulling a
That
win
was a
out of that.
well-played move. The weaving and wobbling between left and right. Ooh.
CGI peeking out their heads. Alright. Are they, they're both playing very cautiously. This is very strange out of both of these teams that they're not being, one's not choosing to be the aggressor.
Well, you remember, this is a big matchup. So I'm sure there's some. I think these games, you're going to start to see the paces of these games slow down a little bit. They're not going to be as fast paced at the beginning.
I liked Logan's suggestion there, by the way. And yeah. Logan's idea there to throwing it on and keeping it aggressive. Chat, thank you for reminding IT to switch the screen over. No need to be a dick about it, though.
Let me watch the game, not you guys.
All right.
We got a 3-2
2 to
matchup.
3. Get Horked CGI proving to be more apt at what they're doing. That one was over before it even started. CGI dialing it in.
And people watching, we're live, Instant Games TV, 2v2 Call of Duty tournament. Get into the final stages here. Only a couple matchups left to determine the winner of the $400 cash prize. This is
Good. I like that use of smoke to mask movements.
This is actually a rematch of the first match of the tournament, in which sent CGI to the loser bracket, and of course now Get Horked has joined the loser bracket, so both of them are fighting to get out of the loser bracket into the championship game. So some interesting storylines here.
It's get paid or go home at this point, folks. Every win matters, every lead, every shot has got to count. Setting up a perimeter. Ooh, are they aware of just how close they are? Ooh. Oh. Get Horked
trash talking, I think, right there.
Get Horked missing a shot.
Trash talk.
Match point. Let's see if CGI can come back or.
Tournament contestants waiting eagerly. Ooh, playing very aggressive with that weapon there. Trying to get the headshot. Got a little bit of damage off of him. Everyone's just kind of firing wildly at this point. And here's where the tournament's the fatigue may set in.
Oh!
Trying to set up can always cost you.
It's down to
Here we go.
1v1. Here we go. Both with injections to help their health a little bit. Round draw.
They chose for a draw.
Getting very, very cautious now, both teams.
I just don't understand why CGI just didn't guard the flag and take the health.
It'll be very interesting to see.
Well, hey, CGI is somewhat, I gotta imagine, playing a little bit scared.
CGI using one of the stim packs already.
It's hard to not talk. It's hard to critique CGI. They have found their way all the way to the end of the loser bracket.
Oh yeah.
So it's very difficult. He left. Oh my take. He left like an hour ago, I think. 40 minutes ago, maybe. How you doing? Not too bad.
All right, so we've got
He's in the
them
tournament.
in
He's in
and
the tournament playing.
Get Horked.
Yeah.
You made it sound like you were paying him to work here. Do this. Exactly what I thought. Thank you for the information.
You have a good one.
Get Horked, taking it out of CGI's hands and putting them into their second loss. Best of luck next time, gentlemen, and thank you for coming by. So now we are going to set up the winners bracket final, Revengeance versus B&H. We're looking at King first.
All the matches from here on out are going to be best 2 out of 3, and the maps are going to be King, Speedball, and Dots. So what you got here is Vengeance on the left and D&H on the right.
We want to say that again into the mic if they didn't hear Mike. So now every matchup from this point on is best 2 out of 3. So now it's not if they lose or done, they get the best 2 out of 3. And what Mike? What was the map order?
King,
Speedball, and Docks.
There you go. Oh, it's right in front of me. Oops.
It'll be interesting to see the return of King. Everyone's now been getting set into other maps. You know, you had Pine, we had Speedball, we had other ones, and they're gonna have to see. Can you reintegrate to that map?
I mean, I think these are 3 solid maps for a final. They're not. I'm not gonna say they're all great maps, but they're all not like cheesy maps. Like certain maps are cheesy, like the one that's in the courtyard, that's pretty cheesy.
Oh,
Are we making our picks now with 3 teams left?
So you've got Get Horked, B&H,
All right,
and Revengeance.
I got B&H coming in first, and I think Get Hork's gonna pull off second.
I'm going Revengeance. I don't think they've lost a beat all game.
I don't know.
There now. Mike's doing an awful lot of mocking over there for a guy who didn't get a single kill, I think, this entire tournament.
I had 8.
He counted just so that he could throw it back in your face.
Just so because
How
he
many
knew.
did you have this tournament, Dan? That's right, you had 0. At least he was man enough to pick up the controller.
Logan's doing an awful lot of talking over there.
You watch me. Logan's gonna have a team for the next one.
I am, and Dave's gonna be my teammate. And we're gonna go all the way.
It's gonna be the.
I'm gonna make Dave grind Call of Duty.
Come into freaking my house, take all of the system.
I'm gonna take all the games besides Call of Duty.
Well, Dave, are you gonna go back to work, or are you gonna play some Call of Duty? Revengeance with a statement win. You know, the first win is always a way to set the tone for the rest of the time, because now B&H has got to make it up and get that W back. Ooh. Forcing them out, forcing them to move. What are we seeing? Where are we going? Where is the opponent? I don't think they realize that they are that close to each other.
Oh, he does. Oh, that's BS. He shot the gun.
Uh-oh. Going for the cap. And B&H definitively taking the second round with the capture. Let's see what happens in this next one. So we're 1v1. Remember, folks, this is best of the 3 series. So whoever wins this one has one up going into Speedball. And if necessary, we will go into Docks. Oh. Getting close. Always a rude awakening when you turn a corner and you have
the grenade in your hand and not the gun.
If only there was a way in the mechanics to just like stuff it in the pocket.
And die.
Not your own, like go over to your opponent and just be like, here you go, I have a gift for you.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool as all.
You know, it should be a complicated...
There used to be... I'm pretty sure there used to be like a perk where you drop your explosive when you die.
Martyrdom, yes.
Yes.
That was a very toxic trait to pick up.
I hated that perk.
You should have a punishment dare for the loser of the tournament.
I mean, we could indefinitely have an insane game staff punishment for the loser of the tournament.
Well, then, I mean, technically Austin won it then. He went the longest. Right?
That's true. Revengeance. Play in 3 and 1.
I'm sure we could find something nasty for them all to eat. Baked cockroaches.
Ooh. Dave can grab some of that candy he got not too long ago. They look like furry animals. Remember what are those called?
Which one?
That candy you got that I wouldn't taste.
Oh, the mochi.
The mochi.
That's a reward just because you're weird about it.
Have you ever had a mochi before?
No.
We're definitively bringing out the kitchen sink to talk about here. My God, look at this motion. Moving in almost perfect sync in a circle on both teams.
He was going for the fist. He was doing the Dave.
4-1.
So even if B&H takes it out of this one, they then go to face Get Horked, and they might get another chance at Revengeance. This will be very interesting to see. Equipment out, cooking it a little bit, seeing if you can't get some sort of damage going. Pistols and fists is an interesting choice. You're only effective as your arms reach. All right, we're down to 1 and 1. A little bit of damage going in for Revengeance. Can B&H capitalize on the advancement that they've had? Ooh, that was almost a costly bounce.
Oh, baited him in.
I was thinking of funny dares like hot sauce to eat or getting a wedgie.
Getting a wedgie.
I don't know.
I could see Dave running around giving them all wedgies.
I just don't see a lot of folks signing up to be able to have that happen to him.
Well, no, that's the whole point. You don't tell them they're getting a wedge, you just do it. Then you tell them it's for being the worst in the tournament.
When you lose the wedgie time.
No one's ever going to come
Just
back when they
Two pairs
lose
of
them.
tongs.
Vice grips right on their underwear. Just
5-2. Revengeance showing why they are my pick to win.
Remember, folks, these last three rounds, tripping way over my words at this point, these last 3 rounds are best of 3, King, Speedball, and Docks. So we will see these teams mixing it up on these maps and potentially leading it to 18 rounds worth of play. Interesting. Everyone's playing a little bit conservative on both ends. You don't want to drop. B&H doesn't want to drop out of the winner's circle, and Revengeance doesn't want to hand B&H. And they didn't hand it to him; they took it.
that is true.
So, we are moving on to Speedball.
Good man, Mike. Can we get a round of applause? And real MVP here. Played in the tournament, made sure everyone registered, all of it, right there. MVP.
Mike not wanting any of that.
Put his hand up.
All right.
Roll it.
And here we go into Speedball. Let's see what this leads to. So this map, I like it. I probably
like
said
it?
this on the last one. I like it because I like the fact that if you're someone that plays the long game, you're totally fine. You can stand back. You can stand back and you can pick your spots and pick your shots. And if you play the aggressive game or the close range, you are definitively not being handed necessarily a disadvantage. But at the same time, you gotta be smart with your movements. As on any map, but this one especially. There is so many stretches
this
of...
map is okay when it's 2v2, but once it gets to 1v1, it's just a bunch of hiding, really.
Yeah.
It really is.
Coward sport.
Just how it is.
I can just picture Logan picking up a sword. You know what? That's it.
The riot shield just runs across the map. That's the worst weapon to get killed with.
Revengeance getting the win on the second round.
Revengeance isn't fooling around. You want to win and you're going to take it.
Interesting scope sight for that gun. God, evening up the odds. Both extremely low on health, and no health packs to help this. So let's see
One
what...
grenade could be it.
One grenade, one foul wind, one ricocheted bullet. And you're looking at the inside of your eyelids. All right, so both of them posting up. Oh, Revengeance going on the point, seeing if they can force P&H to open up, and calling them out and calling them in. You think anyone of them gets fooled by those posters everywhere? You turn a quick corner, suddenly there you see the frame of a dude.
I don't know.
Ooh, playing aggressive right through the center. B&H did not seem to
that's
expect
what I'm saying.
that.
Look at that. If a team came in the next tournament and did that, I think everyone would be shocked.
Although
everyone would be stunned for a couple of rounds.
I was gonna say, then you have the rocket launcher round, and someone's just gonna and ruin somebody's day.
I don't.
B&H having split up.
Really showing why they're the best, in my opinion.
Revengeance?
Yeah. They're laying waste.
Oh, tried to snap off a headshot. Successful grenade throw. Get a little bit of detonation, a little bit of residual.
God. So Revengeance is gonna try and make a clean sweep here with this one victory that they can get.
Although B&H, if this is how it goes for them, they've gotta contend with Get Horked, and then they get to loot it up again. You think that'll cause a little bit of fatigue having to play
3 in a row?
3 in a row?
Really? Not only 3 in a row, but it's like 6 in a row.
Yeah.
They played 3 matchups in each one. 9 in a row.
And Revengeance seals their way into the money round.
You want to get an interview with them?
We'll talk to them if they win. Let's keep it rolling. Not
Yeah, let's just keep this. We'll talk to third place, and then second and first are getting set up, and then we'll talk to all 3 of the final teams. Sound good, Dave?
I like it.
You like to question people.
I like to ask people questions.
They
What do
give
you
you
win?
3 teams to ask questions.
Reconnect controller. All right.
Next up is B&H on the left and Get Horked on the right.
We need to play a lot better. Let's go.
So B&H facing off against Get Horked. B&H having to get a little bit of leg stretching, moving from one side of the tables to the other. It'll be very interesting to
Do
see.
you think the headset people bring make a difference than someone that brings a less better headset?
Especially,
Like, say someone comes with like a $300 headset and someone comes with a $20 headset. That's the thing. Like,
it all depends on is the $300 headset going to help them to hear the across the map better than you would on a regular, like, so, you know, that whole like surround and things like that. That does change up how you're doing and how you're playing. So in a tone, yes, expensive
And I
headsets
think-
can change up your
and I think we
gameplay.
saw that when we saw the one team that was wearing Apple earbuds and they didn't make it long. Or even the one person that was just wearing regular earbuds. They didn't make it
So we
that
got
long.
B&H or Get Horked. I'm going B&H. I think there's a clear difference between all 3 teams. My opinion.
I think B&H learned what they did wrong on all the maps,
All right, here
and
we
then
start.
they're gonna improve on all that. And then
Here we start in
Fix
King.
Hey, we got nothing but positive vibes over here still. Right? We're still fine.
So let's see if B&H's positive vibes can carry them back into the grand final.
They haven't seen mine.
B&H Get Horked. Moving around. Sniping and keeping it to themselves. So B&H on the blue. Get Horked on the red. Celebrating some movement.
At least he's honest.
So this is, well, the winner of this is to get into the championship game against the Vengeance.
Jeez.
So we've got Evasion Panic predicting a B&H 6-5 win.
I don't think you're going to see 6 and 5. I think there's a clear definition between all three teams. I think Get Horked is clearly a third place. I think B&H is a clear second. And I think Revengeance is a clear first.
Oh, look at that. Get Horked. Get Horked might be hearing Dan's commentary there.
I think between all the people you can tell that all depends on the guns they get too. And like when they get them. If they get certain guns at the beginning, they do better than if they get certain guns at the end. And you can see because certain teams do better towards the end.
Bouncing out your equipment. B&H wants that grand final.
I think B&H has decided they need to play aggressive and stop sitting back as much instead, because you could tell when they played Revengeance, they sat back a lot and they let them come to them instead, and they're deciding that they're gonna throw the punch instead of taking the punch this time, and I think it could make a difference in the long run.
B&H climbing up 4-1. Keeping the attitude light and airy on their team, always a good sign. Here we go, seeing what's happening. The enthusiasm is infectious.
It is.
B&H, one win away from the grand finals.
Interesting sight for the gun.
Interesting strategy on the teams. One of them going laying up on top, seeing if they can't use that to their advantage, I'm guessing. Let's see if it pays off for them, though. Because if they're not able to take advantage of the fact that they have the high ground... Oh, see that? Bailing on the high ground already. Interesting motions. Watching them go around. And B&H taking King.
We regained, alright? We found composure. Right? We got 5 more kills left.
That's Mike's motto, right?
This is my sweet spot right here. Play over there. Got 1 kill, alright?
So we're moving on to Speedball.
I think the key to this map is going to really be pushing the sides and pushing the other team out of their comfort zone.
Mike, are they ready?
Okay, so we're going. So B&H
We're going
has
to
an
Speedball.
opportunity to lock it in right here, get themselves in the championship round and a rematch against Revengeance with a win in this round.
Spork Squad fell to CGI in the losers bracket of round 3, and they had been sent to the losers bracket by Gunga.
What are you getting at here?
Ironically enough, Get Horked had to eliminate both CGI and Gunga, who eliminated Sport Squad. So, losing down some health, whittling away. B&H unable to keep that moving at the pace they were on the last map. We'll see if Speedball proves to be a difference maker for either B&H or Get Horked. Pardon me. Ooh.
Some secondary.
1 on
weapons
2.
being- Oh God! Tie it up there.
There we go.
When you get the melt,
Hey, I better hit you harder because you're playing better.
really disappointed team is seeing games didn't make it.
We all are. We all are.
Oh, Mr. Wet.
It's because the real people didn't play.
We're
Dave
all
and me.
extremely
Dave
disappointed.
and me. The real COD
I mean,
players here.
I was rumored to be Dan's second on that team that he kept threatening to throw together, and I think Dan's just a little embarrassed to ask me.
I told Dan I'd be on his team. He's never even seen me play COD before.
So, Get Horked pulling in with a 2-1. Once again, if they win, if Get Horked wins this one, we move on to Docks, and we see who can take it.
You know what I think is interesting?
Ooh, look at that headshot. Crisp. Right on the
Throw a
nose.
frag. Can you get him?
You know, I think it's interesting how many different type of people play video games. And until you really hold a big tournament or something, you don't really see that. You see all like different types of people actually play video games. Everyone thinks it's just one stereotype of people. It's really not. There's a variety of people, and when you hold a big event, you can tell.
Gaming is a great equalizer in a lot of things.
Even if they're not great at it, they still play it, and they're still will go spend money to go play it.
Gave him the hands. Said, here, hold the butt of my gun. With your face. What are we seeing here? Kind of poking each other left, right, and center. Testing it out.
Oh, got him.
B&H really want to
That
go
was a
to the
good
grand
kill.
final.
They want to get back, but can they handle it?
They want a second shot.
Pardon me. Evasion Panic. We will definitely check on Facebook for more information about the tournament. We got to retool some stuff on here and also complain to Treyarch a lot.
Oh,
Keeping it ducked, keeping it low. Very interesting to see.
smart on this map when it's 1v1, and you still move forward. It's not like he's sitting in one spot and doing it. He's moving
yeah.
forward and pressuring him while he's doing it, keeping his opponent in one spot.
And Get Horked, not allowing B&H to run away with the score. I'm very excited to see that the finals are not a one-sided beatdown, because nothing says
I'm not going to
mismatch.
see that though.
I mean,
I have my.
it doesn't really matter if you win by 1 or 6. As long as you win, you win. It's all about who can win that 11th round.
And B&H climbing up 1.
communication there.
Get horked. Not allowing.
Shotguns can be deadly.
Secondaries, when not deployed properly, can be the difference maker for you or your opponent.
True.
God, looking down the barrel, seeing halfway across the map. Oh, do they not see? This is your advantage. And they're able to take it.
Oh.
It's a motivation between teammates over here.
Yeah.
One's pushed up. One's pushed up. Right.
Oh, got hit. Oh, that's no good.
We'll look at that after the tournament. Here we go. Action packed. Can they close the door?
Oh, you have help.
Interesting to see how this flag comes down to. And B&H punching their ticket into the grand final.
Here we go. Well, I guess my prediction was wrong.
Do you want to do a 5-minute break? Let CGI or let B&H rest for a second?
Alright, setting back up. Moving on to the map. Here we are. What's the best team name?
So B&H, already go. Vengeance on the left, B&H on the right.
No, we're going. They want to go.
Hey,
So no break. We're ready to go, boys. This is what we've been waiting for. $400 on the line. Championship. Let's go over the analytics here. So, Revengeance has not lost. So right now we're playing the best 2 out of 3. If Revengeance happens to lose the first round of the 3, it's not over. We go back to a whole nother match because they haven't lost at all. Okay. B&H has lost once. They're now technically the winner of the loser bracket. So now they match up in the championship game. So if they lose once, it's over. It goes to Vengeance.
is that how that's working?
Yes. Vengeance has
Lose
not.
once?
Vengeance has not. Well, no. It's best. The first round, it's 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
If B&H loses at 2 out of 3, it's over because they've already lost a match once
Gotcha.
already. If we. Vengeance, they lose once, they're done. Okay.
I was gonna say, that sounds like an awful big slice of plate.
Yeah,
So we have
that's
a
an
question,
apple big.
Well,
Dan, a question from Evasion Panic about what the best team name is. Who had the best team name tonight?
B&H. You gotta think about the meaning of it. B&H.
yeah, it could be.
Dave, do you know why it's that?
No,
You ever watch Step Brothers? The song they make?
Not remembering it.
Boats and Hoes.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, if we're talking about Mike having to say it, Team Ah Ha 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 was probably the best one.
It's not double grand final.
There was definitely a lot of.
Grand final. It depends on. I understand, but 90% of tournament double wins are single grand final. Sorry, man.
And here we are, going back to king.
Is Team Revengeance a little scared?
All right, let's see who. Seeing a lot of action on the field out of B&H. They're feeling the energy. It'll be interesting to see how Revengeance handles this. All they got to do is win, as they have done all night. Shotgun with a hunting scope on it. So B&H taking the high ground, holding on to it, moving around, trying to keep it mobile, figuring out where they are, where they're going. And B&H taking the first round.
That is the dumbest sight to put on that shotgun. Oh, tried to reload.
Here we go, 1-on-1. Pepper in that hardwood. I don't know that turning your back on your enemy is that smart of a strategy.
Well, I think he
when
knew
you
he
see
had
him
a good
coming.
enough run and get away.
Oh. B&H was sick of when they got treated the first time they played them.
Oh, King. What a map. Revengeance coming to life, not letting B&H write the story of how this final is going to go. I gotta say, from chat's question a little bit earlier, my favorite team name was definitely Gunga, just because it's fun to say. Very different. B&H playing it through. B&H having a hot hand, getting a little cardio, moving from side to side of the table. So, if Revengeance in past rounds has not allowed their opponent to get more than 4 wins, it'll be interesting to see if B&H can push that envelope.
Revengeance just gotta make sure they keep themselves in it. I feel like to use 2 good wins in a row here to put themselves not only tied but a little bit ahead. That's easier said than done.
It is. It is always a little bit harder to land on it. B&H.
Map 4, let's see.
So I can't tell which team favors the pistols more. Is it B&H, or is B&H just on a bit of a roll?
I think B&H is just playing aggressive enough that pretty much any gun besides a sniper is perfect right now.
Interesting to see how this rolls out. Moving out, moving around. Oh. Here comes the hunt. 2 on 1. Oh, they don't realize.
Oh.
B&H taking a 5th.
We got our 3rd place team staying here to see who wins.
It'll be interesting to see what Speedball does. And how, because B&H was not able to capitalize on that map in the least. And Revengeance didn't seem to have a problem at all.
I think gun choice is going to have a big play in how that map plays out for both teams.
Revengeance not needing themselves to be avenged. Evasion Panic don't doubt B&H. Not doubting them. Just they've had to lose and then fight back their way in, whereas Revengeance has stood head and shoulders and won their way through. A little bit of feeling out, seeing where the opponent is. All right, B&H took the first map. Switching over, and here we come to Speedball.
So B&H took the first one. Remember, that's 2 out of 3.
It'll be interesting to see how this one goes. Speedball, Revengeance definitively destroyed their opponents on. All right, setting it loose and setting it in. Evasion Panic saying, let's see what B&H can do on Speedball. And they've got 1 win up. So they've just got to do enough to win 6 to take it. Where will our winding road take us? Ooh, spraying and praying is Revengeance. And that prayer is answered. With a round win.
to the 1-0 start.
1-1. Revengeance not going quietly and not letting B&H take these moments. I've noticed that B&H's play has slowed down substantially. You're seeing them crouching. You're seeing them definitively laying down.
And it's hurting.
Revengeance doing just that. It'll be interesting to see how things go on docks. Seeing some secondary equipment already flying. And now
They're not going down quietly.
true. B&H able to take back what they lost last time. We're going to see some definitive scope action. Apologies, the mall music seems to have turned to some sort of new age jazzy stuff, so if you hear some tones that don't necessarily match up, it's because you know, the Wilton Mall, always supportive of their local stores. Revengeance taking it up 4-1 and not allowing for this to get taken out of their hands.
They're allowed their one. Maybe that's not their map. Maybe King isn't their good map, and they took their mulligan on that one, and they're gonna lay waste, so to speak, to them on this one. You can imagine at some point B&H is going to start to get a little tired too. This is now two matches, in the third match in a row they've not played it. But again, it's also can mean that they're on fire too. They're in the zone. So take it how you want. Match point, 5-1. Revengeance can lock it down to a final match next one.
B&H pushing back, not letting this be the swan song. And there it is. We are going to map 3. We are headed to the docks. Get your waders on. And if you don't like fish, plug your nose.
Scared of boats.
Scared of boats.
You really are?
You told me to get my waders on. I didn't want to go on a boat with waders on. What the heck?
So we got a 1-1 matchup. This is for all the marbles, this one right here. See who's victorious?
MVP Mike
Right.
out there again.
Not
doing his stuff that he
not
used to
letting
do.
the moment, not letting the hands get cold. The players are ready to just roll straight into it. And we shall see.
They're probably talking trash over the mic.
I mean, makes sense. Where is that music coming from? Is it the mall?
It's arcade. Not the mall music's over here. Whatever. Some noise is going on in the food court. I think it's the arcade machines. Actually, I am kind of curious.
No, I
what
think
it is.
somebody's playing something.
Interesting that we're here on docks, and in the original game, everyone was using that main thoroughfare in the center, the dip down, to move around the map a little bit unseen, things like that. And yet this round, this is the first time. I was going to say we haven't seen it, and this is the first time where anyone has even entered the trench let alone used it to move around the map.
We got a 2-on-1 battle here. B&H is once again. Oh God!
Revengeance taking it with gusto. Oh. Revengeance searching. They have found.
1-0. Championship game here, by the way. Final round of the championship matchup. Revengeance versus B&H. Revengeance on the left, B&H on the right. Tying it up 1-on-1. These guys are giving us a show for the championship.
I mean, the goal is to get two best teams in the end.
See that? Using that thoroughfare to move through. Here we go. Let's see if they're able to use that, taking out a one of B&H, but then turning their back to him. Potentially paying the price.
Is that a hit marker?
Sure there was. Interesting prospect sticking with the pistol.
Better kill him.
B&H taking the early lead here.
He ended up getting the flag. Oh, they're turning it around. Now that the money's on the line, for real.
I haven't heard this much noise in the mall in probably 2 years. And of course, when we're doing the tournament, there's a commotion going on in the food court.
What is that noise over? That's what I thought it was.
Makes sense. It's Saturday at the mall. Why wouldn't you bring your boombox?
Heaven forbid we stop that.
Not gonna lie, it's really annoying. I'm about to go like smash it.
No, well that'll get you in a lot more trouble.
Well, it's very annoying. Oh, I think mall.
Wow, B&H trying to get
The people that are playing are wearing masks. Like weirdos. Tom's about to go fight him.
Let's see, gentlemen, back to the case at hand. The capture point is about to open up. It is 1v1. Neither of them are necessarily aware as to where the other opponent is. Looks like they've started to open it up and become aware.
Oh!
Revengeance not taking this laying down. Trying to give the opponent a little bit of a zip.
first. Still 1v1 battle.
Jeez.
We're gonna have ourselves a game here, boys.
I'd hope so. It's the finals.
I need B&H to win so I can tell Danny was wrong. Throw him in the dirt even more.
I still think Blue Vengeance is a pretty decent team.
Never said they weren't decent.
Yeah.
I don't like looking at dead people on the ground, Dave. You may like that, but I don't.
Careful placing it out there. All right, folks.
This could be it right here. This could be the winning moment. The B&H came down.
Very nice move out of Revengeance, not allowing someone to just lay on the ground and get away. Proving that they are the ones that have moved in and done the motion. All right, a new lease on life, 4-5. 4-5-1-1.
Get one up top, one down below.
I have every feeling both of them are well aware of where the other one is. And it's just a matter of posturing against.
You can have a contact right here. Clock's ticking. One's making a run for it. One's looking around. They're both waiting for the other one to pop out.
And it was interesting.
Dad, you were wrong again. I'm gonna throw you in the dirt for it.
I got it.
Interviews.
Congratulations, guys. Well played, well played.
I mean, hey, I feel like second place you get paid.
Can we get a photo with them real quick? There you go. Can you go to a widescreen?
Oxen Hollow.
Hey guys, why don't you come over here real quick? So we got Team B&H. What's your first name?
Cody.
Cody? Lucas. So Cody and Lucas, congratulations on winning the tournament. So what went into this matchup? Now you guys went through the winner bracket, went down to the loser bracket for a little bit, and then made your way to the championship of the loser bracket, and then back up to the main championship. So you guys, how was it?
We lost to them. They played really better than as a team than us the first time around. So the second time, we played a lot more like cohesive together and everything like that. I thought it paid off pretty good. Second round, kind of destroyed us, but it is what it is.
Did you guys play a lot of you guys play a lot on your own time and outside of this, or?
Yeah, iffy. I mean, maybe not lately and stuff, but normally we're playing together, so it just helps that we always play together.
You guys do a lot of training heading into it?
No, not at all.
No?
Actually,
No, he does.
We
I
just
play,
play
I play a lot of GBs and everything like that. He's my club star.
So what did you guys learn from the first time you lost tonight? Is going into this matchup right here. Was there anything you guys did differently?
we didn't play as a team the first time we went against them at all. So we had to come into it knowing that we had to play as a team, communicate a little more because we weren't talking and we weren't like pinching and getting trains like we should.
Right.
But it is what it is. We decided to play together and try to stick together a little bit more.
Perfect. Well, congratulations. Thank you for coming.
Thank you
Hope
for
you guys
having
come back to the next one we
Oh, for
have,
sure.
and best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job, guys. Hey, we won the first. By 4. We won the bucket there. All right, guys.
And that, guys, is our Call of Duty tournament here on Insane Games TV. From Dave and Logan and Tom and Mike for running the event. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I hope you guys come back and check us out. We'll probably have another one in a month or two. And of course, make sure you check out all of our shows and stuff on our channel, Insane Games TV, right here on Twitch or Facebook Gaming. We have a lot of different podcast shows and a lot of different... here, Logan, get a photo of them. And a lot of different stuff that we have on our channel, so make sure you check in for that. From Dan here from Outside Insane Games in the Wool Mall, hope you guys have a good night, and thank you for watching.